First of all, I really believe that Yasmin still thinks I'm a kid. Because every time we go out to eat now, she still won't let me pay. And I be trying to explain to her, I got a little money now. In all seriousness though, I came to Cape Fear fresh out of incarceration. And I came to Cape Fear at a crossroads of making a choice of whether or not I was going to continue to limit myself to just being a convicted felon and a crack dealer, or if I was going to commit to the process of trying to become a college graduate and a community leader. So when me and Yasmin had lunch a couple of months ago, and she told me the theme of the event, Literacy in the Bloom, the whole ride home, I just kept thinking to myself, like, first and foremost, isn't it amazing how the Cape Fear community, metaphorically speaking, is symbolic to a community garden? And how we have a variety and a diversity of flowers in that garden. And the reason that those flowers are able to bloom are not because Wilmington has a lot of sun, a lot of water, and some good soil. But the reason that all those flowers are able to bloom, regardless of what walk of life they come from, is because of the caregivers, people like you. And see, at that crossroad, standing on the steps of that little blue building, I didn't know what kind of flower I was. I didn't even know what kind of flower I was until the other day when I started thinking about coming here. And as I thought about it, one of my favorite poets, Tupac Shakur, came to mind. So I don't know the poem by heart. So I had to dig it out, and I want to share that with you guys. And the poem is called The Rose That Grew from the Concrete.
That's right.
Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared. I'm the rose that grew from the concrete. And when I came to that crossroad at Cape Fear Literacy Council, the things that I was doing wasn't that I didn't care about my community. It wasn't that I didn't care about my education. It wasn't that I didn't care about my future. The reason I was doing the things that I was doing outside of trying to survive was that I was convinced that nobody cared about me. You see, nobody cared that as a child, going into school every day, that I had to come in there after watching my mother get beat to a pulp in a domestic situation. Nobody cared that when I got dressed for school, that I had to look over in the trash can and see crumbled up Welch's cans that the crackheads had been smoking out of. Nobody cared that when I went to school, my teachers, because where I come from, told me that I'd never succeed or never amount to nothing. Nobody cared that I was placed in special education and behaviorally, emotionally handicapped classes. Nobody cared that the teachers stuck me in a room for 1 hour a day and had me work on crosswords and coloring books. Nobody cared about any of that. Nobody cared that my mother raised me on $236. An AFDC check. I'm not sure how many of y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
But $236 ain't a lot of money now, and it wasn't a lot of money then. So the things that I was doing was primarily based off of the fact that I thought nobody cared about me. Nobody cared about people in my community. Nobody cared about people that looked like me. And that's what I was convinced of. So in return, I didn't care either. I didn't care about going to prison. I didn't care about using drugs and tearing down my body. I didn't care about doing anything that I felt like I needed to do to get by. Then I came to Cape Fear Literacy Council, and I met people like Yasmin, somebody that cared enough to take me to my first community meeting and introduce me to people who showed me that I have a voice. Then I had an opportunity to work with Brenda Hughes, my tutor, who helped me for 2 years elevate my math scores to the level where I could get in college. Then I met Teresa Huffman, who I just ran into today, who helped me sell myself to UNCW so that I could have an opportunity to pursue a university degree. In that process, like she said, I went to Cape Fear Community College where I had an opportunity to meet Travis Corcoran. Travis Corcoran became my mentor. He appointed me as a leader over the Male Minority Mentoring Program, which gave me purpose. Again, gave me a voice, showed me that I had leadership in me. In my classes, my first public speaking class, I met Melissa Moon, who helped me hone my public speaking skills and who believed in me enough to give me the courage to go around the country to speak in front of audiences and eventually at the White House on Capitol Hill. Then I met Cheryl Saba from Cape Fear Community College, who flunked me 3 times. And I started calling her the Dragon Lady. But she made me a better writer because I was convinced that I was going to beat her. And because of her, I now have written a book myself that will be coming out soon, 7 Steps for Survival Recidivism. Make sure y'all go to JamirJamoke.com and subscribe now. And then I also met Natasha Davis from Keno at the time, Quality Enhancement for Nonprofit Organizations, who her and Tommy Taylor from United Way gave me my first nonprofit professional opportunity, which has springboarded into what you see today. Also, when I went to UNCW, I was introduced to Dr. Kim Cook, who became my advisor, my mentor, and actually helped me produce my first rough draft for my manuscript. Basically what I'm telling you guys is I'm no anomaly. None of you and me or anybody else is self-made. At best, we're self-motivated. But even with that, you can't get anywhere in life without somebody else's help. So the reason that I'm able to stand before you today as quote unquote, a testament to success is the fact that other people cared enough about me to contribute to my life and to give me opportunities to see myself outside of my circumstances and my situation. So with that being said, I'm challenging you at this very moment to continue to put forth that continuum of care that this Cape Fear community is known for. Because Cape Fear stands above the rest of a lot of places. You look around, you see the people in this room, you see the resources that they provide. That all comes from the generosity of the heart. And I'm asking you today, if you want to sing my praises, put other people that look like me and other people that need these opportunities in position by contributing from your heart today in them donation slips. And let's continue to keep this continuum of care going for other people so that the next person coming to the stage is somebody with an even better story than mine. Thank you.